Hello. Git is the de facto version control utility these days. Um, the only issue with Git is that it's not that intuitive. I mean, I get along with it because I finalized myself by using only a few commands and I managed to do everything with it. But it's a little bit tricky, the terminology. So there are multiple ways to handle this. One is to simply learn Git. Take the time and just learn it. Study, study, study until you know it well. The other way is to use some other tools. The main problem with the other tools is that once you start using them, you lose the connection with Git, so you don't know really what commands exactly were made behind the scenes. The way I like to handle this is that in IntelliJ, for example, if I do any automatic Git commands, I use the menu and I click something, then I always look at the console log, where it's printing what were the command behind the scenes, just for curiosity. I mean, it could do a lot of commands on one click, but if I'm interested to know what's going on behind the scene, I look at the console and Git. Another nice utility is called Gut. So Gut is a CLI for Git. It's a very useful CLI, and I made sure when I looked at it is that it's able to show you exactly what it's doing behind the scenes. So it will, if you tell it to explain the command, if you add like an explain option to the commands, then it would actually tell you what Git commands were done behind the scenes. And if it wouldn't do this, I would never think of using it because I don't want people to hide from me what's going on. But it will show you the commands behind the scenes. So let's have a look at how it's going to be easier to use this tool called the Gut. So Gut is a user-friendly Git UI. Gut is a user-friendly Git CLI for Windows, Mac, GNU, Linux with intuitive commands and streamlined workflows. Gut simplifies the process of using complex Git system. And let's have a look at a couple of commands. So you did some work and you want to save it. So you type gut save, and it would ask you a couple of questions. What is the category, the title of the commit, and then it would do the actual commit. So you just hit gut save from the command line. The good thing about this is that it's simple, as you see. And I told you, if you add the explain option, it would show you exactly the command that you were using. So let's look at another command, ignore. So gut ignore, fetching list of available git ignore templates, and you are able to update the git ignore. For example, in this case, they asked it to add C++ to the git ignore and would add it. Next command, fix. Fix your mess with a simple command. Let's look at this. So we type gut fix. You made a mess. How? Let's fix it. Use the arrow keys to navigate, and here you choose which error you have done, and it would let you fix it. So option 1 is I've made a typo in the last commit message, so it would allow you to fix the message. Option 2, I've committed on the wrong branch. Option 3, I want to discard changes since last commit. Option 4, I want to go back to my previous commit. Option 5, I forgot to add changes in the last commit. Looks awesome. I mean, I would use it just to learn which Git commands it's using behind the scenes with the explain. And then once I remember all the Git commands, I would move on and use just Git. So it's a great tool for learning with Git, I think. History. Explain your commit history with fuzzy search. Amazing. So got history. And now choose a commit. And it's showing you the history simply in this example, right? So it's showing me the history, and I hope it has but it's showing the history really nicely. So update status created by, and looks much better. I would look again at which command it used behind the scenes for it. Revert. Your code was working 2 days ago, right? Revert it without modifying history. Okay, so we just type gut revert, and then undo reverts your working tree to a commit of your choice. Choose a commit to revert to. Choose a commit. And now we have a list of commits, and we need to it. Let's look at the next command. Undo. Unsatisfied about the changes you made since your last commit? Remove them. So remove the local changes since last commit. Gut undo. This will revert your working tree back to the state of the last commit, and changes you made after the last commit will be lost. Okay, great. And of course, as I told you again, it has the explain command. The only reason I look at this is because it has the explain command. Switch between branches or create a new one. This is probably going to be called gut switch. Yeah, gut switch. I really love this CLI tool. I really adore how he was able to make this, how he was able to think of the concept to make this simple. So you're able to switch to another branch. Sync your local repository with removed one. Gut sync. Select the profile, create a new profile. I'm not sure what this profile is. Gut sync. Use the arrow keys to navigate. Okay, we need to look at exactly what this profile means, but basically git pull. Lookout, give a look at your repository and commit ago, and start a branch for it if you want. So we say git gut lookout at certain commit, and it would create a branch for this commit. Okay, so this is, I'm doing most of this already in Git. I just think that it would be really nice to use this to see the commands that it's using behind the scene, to see you have no gaps in understanding Git. And if you don't know that well all these commands, I think I would use it and look again with the explain. So fully compatible with Git, consistent naming of commands. Yeah, leverage cloud. Learn Git with Gut. This is the super important. Learn Git with Gut. With the explain command, right? With the explain command, you can learn Git equivalent of Git commands. Great. Credentials management, save your credentials. User experience as priority. Yeah, this looks great. Also, his website looks really cool. And that's it. Git Gut.